Hey guys, this is your girl Lock Looney Tune, and this is a tutorial on how I wet set and curl my locks. One of my subscribers wanted to know how I actually curled my locks, so I decided to make this tutorial. The first thing I do after shampooing and conditioning my locks is I take raw shea butter and I melt that down a little bit with a warm blow dryer. And then I rub that's the shea butter right there. And then I rub that throughout my entire head while it's still damp. And I rub that through the roots, my scalp, and throughout my locks as well. Making sure to try to get an even coverage over all of my locks. After doing that, I will go in with mango and limes, maximum relief, no itch, grow spray. And this is in the medicated formula because when I do my hair and retwist it, I do get a lot of itchiness. So I use the medicated formula and I spray that on my hair and go throughout my hair. Next, I use Talia Waji's Lock It Up, and it's sort of like a gel consistency. It's really, really light and it doesn't flake at all, and it doesn't make my locks hard. I really do like using this product on my hair. And what I do is I go in and I retwist my locks before I curl them. I don't really section off my hair because for some reason I think that gets in my way. And I see a lot of people section off their hair, and I really don't do it. It just feels a little uncomfortable to me. So what I do is I just go and grab each lock. I just move them to the back some, and then move the other locks to the back, and then I grab a lock, retwist the root, and then I palm roll my lock all the way down to the bottom. Next thing I do after that is grab a perm rod. This is a blue perm rod, small blue perm rod, which I use to roll up my hair. And I use one perm rod per lock. Some people, they use maybe 2 or 3 locks per rod. I find it better to use 1 lock per rod because I get a tighter curl with rolling them individually. And my hair is very, very hard to curl, and the curls don't last very long, so I see that the tighter that I roll them, the longer they last. So I just make sure that the lock is secure at the bottom, and then roll it all the way up to the top, and then secure the perm rod at the top. You see it has a spiral pattern. Um, uh, I zoomed in closer so you guys can see it a little bit better. I'm sorry, my camera is not that great. Hopefully you guys can see pretty much what I'm doing. Like I said before, I retwist the root with the Talia Wajid, and then palm roll the lock. Grab a perm rod and then roll it up, making sure that the bottom of the lock is secure. And I usually do this a lot faster, but for this particular purpose, since I'm showing you guys how I do it, I actually did it a little slower for the camera so you guys could kind of see. And then I secure it just like that. As you see there, I've done like 3 already. But now you see I've done the whole side. Fast forward to the whole side of my head. I've actually completed one side of my head. That's the front. And that's the back. And each lock, like I said, has one perm rod in it. I use a spray bottle with some essential oils like some mango and lime island oil and some vitamin E oil mixed with some water. And because the other side of my head has gotten dry since, I've been working on one side, I use that to moisturize and dampen the other side of my head, because you should never ever twist or try to style your hair, you know, like this, or retwist. You should never do it dry. You should always do it when it's damp. I use four different perm rods to do my hair because, like most people, they have different size locks in their hair. And since I have different size locks, I use different size rods. The blue rod you already saw is the smallest. That's at the bottom. The next one going up is the pink. That's the next size up. The next size up from that is the gray. And the largest size that I will use is the white one. Now you see that I have totally finished rolling my hair. This is sort of a long, tedious process. But yeah, I have completely finished. And I'm sorry, guys. I have a backwards shirt on. Like, my shirt is like inside out, backwards, flipped up and around. But hey, I'm in the house and doing my hair, so not really trying to look cute. So that part is done completely. Made sure that I don't have any more loose locks anywhere. So now nothing left to do but sit under the dryer right now. Yeah. It's like you find something to do. You be under there. I usually sit under the dryer for about 30 to 45 minutes. So then after I've sat under the dryer 30 to 45 minutes, I try to check and a few locks to make sure that they're dry. So I start taking down the rods. And as you can see, each rod, each curl, each lock has curled and sort of like a curly fry spiral curl. And they're very, very, very tight. And a lot of people, when they see my hair for the first time after doing this, they really do think that I have cut my locks. And I'm like, no, I haven't cut them. They're just curled, and eventually they will fall. Some of the locks, they did not dry completely. So what I ended up doing was rolling them back up. And what I did was take the ones down that did completely curl, and then I would roll the ones up that didn't curl, and then I would sit back underneath the dryer for maybe 10 to 15 more minutes. Or I would go in with a hand blow dryer and blow dry those locks that did not completely dry. So you guys will probably see me while I'm taking these down. You will probably see me start to take some down, and then you will probably see me start to roll some back up. Because see how that one looks right there? Yeah, it didn't curl completely. So what I'm going to do, I'll roll that back up. And any ones that didn't look like they curled the way I particularly want them to, or they're still a little damp, I'll just roll them back up and then sit back under the dryer for a little while. See? A lot of them didn't dry, and 30 30 to 45 minutes under the dryer. So I know I wasn't going to get the look that I necessarily wanted if I didn't sit back under there and let them completely dry. So now I am taking them down, and hopefully you can see it. Yeah. You have to make sure that you get all the rods out. Yep. See, as you see, I've retwisted my hair, and it looks very neat. I go back in and I spray more grow spray, no itch spray on it. And now I'm just, you know, put your hands through your hair, try to get the right look. I use a bobby pin to pin them back some. And right now, what you see is a little short. The way it comes out is a little short, like Shirley Temple curl type. Take a couple bobby pins to pin it back so they don't really fall on my face much. And that's pretty much it. That's the front, and then that's the back. And that is the finished product after I have put my hands in it and worked with the curls and everything. This is the finished product of what my hair looks like after I do a wet set rod curl. Yeah, the curls, they get in your way. But I hope you guys like it.